Welcome, welcome everyone. This is another day in the life of Night City. And in this Cyberpunk 2077 tutorial, I will be showing you how to get all of the vehicles that everyone should own in this game. For these 6 vehicles here are the vehicles that I think everyone should own in this game, for how practical they are, for how easy they are to get, and some are actually even free. So we'll start with this Porsche right here. This is actually Johnny's Porsche, and the only way to get this car in the game right now is to do the side quest called Chipping In, where you will go with Rogue to a boat, and I won't give any spoilers, but you'll have to do some killing, and you have a chance to get this Porsche right here. This is Johnny's Porsche, and you'll be able to get it in the crate that you're supposed to look in right at the end of the mission, but it is missable. So if you haven't got this car, you might want to restart that mission, and if you haven't done that mission either, then you might want to do that mission and remember to pick this car up at the end. It is very nice looking. It's very good in traction, very good top speed. As you can see right here, traction holds up really good. Acceleration is really nice. And for drifting, it's pretty good too, if you know what I mean. If you like drifting, it's not too slow on the steering, and it's not too fast where you're like going all over the place. So that's a nice car. The acceleration on the Porsche is really, the top speed, I correct myself, is actually not that great, but the acceleration is pretty good. Okay, these people are a little bit in my way. Excuse-moi. There we go. Okay, so for the next car, this is the Nomad upgraded version. So this is the Quattro Type 55 or 65. Yeah, 55 Javelina. Javelina. And you will find this car. So this is the map right here. You will have to go right here. As I've already bought it, I don't have it. Right there will be this car for $73,000. So it's not cheap. It's not crazy expensive. But this car is probably my top 2 favorite car to use. This car, I think, just looks super nice. I love the back of it. It's very good looking, as you can see the exhaust pipes. It handles so sturdy on the road. It doesn't it's how, see, a lot of the people that rated Cyberpunk for their driving, they drove like the first car, and it's amazing how different the handling and the driving experience is with the different cars in Cyberpunk. If you just drive some random car off the road, it's gonna feel like, oh, it's so hard to drive. It's like, Cyberpunk's got shit driving. But with this thing, you can drift like super nice. It's super fast, super agile. The steering is right where I want it. I don't want it any slower, but I don't want it any faster either, to do drifting and to get around. Look at the response time. It's super fast, so you can really get around. But if you do overshoot it, you can get back. If I do turn too hard, I can get back to where I'm going. The traction isn't too controlling. So this car is literally my top 2 cars. Just of how it looks and just how it handles. You will love this car if you pick this car up. So that's that car. That's the Javelina. Yeah, that's it. So next, this is the only bike I have in this. And this bike I just think looks so nice. Such a nice looking bike. And you can't really do much with bikes. And if you hit anything in this game, you go flying and you die. You can't really do any jumps. You can't do any wheelies. I think this is just a really good looking bike, and the steering's a little bit stiff, I will say that, but just for overall, I think this is the easiest bike to get, and it looks really the best out of a lot of the bikes in the game, I'll tell you that. And this is the Arch Nazar, and you will have to go right here to get this bike. Right over, oh, right over here. It'll be right here. It'll be the Arch Nazar. And you can buy this bike. The next car is my favorite car, is the Coyote. This car is very, very nice. It is called the Mizutani Shion Coyote. It's very expensive though. You will buy it for $115,000. If I pull up my map, I'll show you where it is. You'll find it right here on the map, right there, for $115,000. You can buy it, and I think it looks super, super nice. Love how the doors come out, and just this car is so good for every type of driving. It's pretty good off-road. It's pretty good in the streets. It's crazy for drifting. You can do some crazy stuff. Its acceleration and top speed, I think, is the highest in the game. Or the top speed's one of the highest in the game, and the acceleration is one of the highest. But overall, just a really well-rounded car. It doesn't act like a supercar, so it's not like, super stiff and the kind of like, or not super stiff, but it doesn't have like crazy traction. You won't go flying. You can maneuver around things pretty good, and just overall beautiful car. I think this is my favorite car in the game. So whenever you get 115 eddies or 1,000 eddies, I would go pick this car up because it's just pretty cool. And this little thing in the front spins, which is kind of nice. That little thing spins, kind of cool. The next car is the Gelini, or Gelina. The Thornton Gelina Gecko. I put this car on because it is literally the best off-road. I don't know any other car that's better off-road. And if you played a little bit of Cyberpunk, you'll know that if you take any car off-road, you'll literally die. Like you'll be hitting so many things that you didn't even think were there. You'll be flying around. You'll be bouncing, doing 360 front flips. But with this thing, you can literally go off-road pretty crazy, and it actually handles it pretty well. And it's pretty fast too. The only thing that's kind of crazy with it is it has like no traction. So you just have to get used to really drifting all the time. But if you get used to drifting it, it's the best off-road. Like, it is so good off-road. It handles all the bumps. It doesn't fly up, doesn't do 360s. It's just a little slippery. So if you want to be, nomad and go all over the place and just be chilling in the desert all the time, I would grab this car because it's the fastest. You're gonna get around the fastest in this thing if you're going off-roading. And in the next, this one is actually $21,000, very cheap. I would buy this at the beginning of the game. In the next car, this is the fastest car in the game, obviously, as you can see. Super cool, bulletproof windows, pretty slick, and it's actually free. It's pretty damn cool. It's free, and it's super fast, and look at the interior, it's super nice. And the only thing I don't like about this car is it is a little bit controlled, so it's a little bit hard to drift in it. I can't really drift that well. But like, look at the top. Like, look how fast I'm already going. Look at the top. Look at the acceleration on it. It's absolutely out of control. And this is free. And I will show you how to get it right now. So, how to get this last vehicle is you want to go to Sunset Motel and then drive your car or whatever you have down this path, and it will go into a tunnel that goes all the way over here. So get your motorcycle and drive down here. You'll see an opening, and what you want to do is you want to keep going. It will get really, really dark. Well, it will get really, really dark, so you can turn your lights on. Keep going. A little bit farther. This was actually where you went on the mission when you did Ghost Town mission with Pam. With Pan Am. So you'll get to this crate here. You see this crate? And this is where you can get this last car for free. And look at this. Some free legendary clothing too. All you have to do is you have to get in this car. Boom, vehicle required. And you drive it out. And just save your game, and that's basically all you have to do to get this last vehicle. And this vehicle is basically the fastest vehicle in the game. It drives like a supercar, handles like a supercar. Not much to it. It's terrible off-road, I'll tell you that. But in the city, it's really nice. Super fast. Can get up to speed super fast. And, I mean, it's free. So that, everybody, concludes my car buying tutorial guide. I forgot to mention that actually this bike, if you can't find it right now, it does only spawn after you reach level 40 street cred. So it might not be on the map for you if you're not level 40 street cred, but you can watch one of my other videos to get basically max level street cred really fast. And then also, if you're looking for this free car in the tunnel, as I was saying earlier, you'll go down that tunnel that you went down in the mission Ghost Town with Pan Am. So I forgot to say that you will have to do that mission before you look for this car, because it won't be there if you haven't done that mission with Pan Am. It's one of the earlier missions, basically the first mission with her. So if you're starting the game, just get the prologue done, and then you'll be able to do that Pan Am mission, and then you'll be able to find this car. Anyway, so that's the top 6 cars that you should own / vehicles. And if I helped you out or you like this video, just give me a subscribe or like the video. That would really help me out. See you in the next. Take care.